parent side, you know, we got two things that we're thinking about that we need to be focused on. Get your kid what they need. If you can follow these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, this is all you have to do to set your kid up to be successful with a goal of playing soccer in college. Now that's Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, NAIA, and junior college. The difference between those, we can figure that out on another time, but we're talking about parent road no matter what landscape you're playing college soccer in. First goal, get your kid what they need. And what I mean by that, anything they need. Be realistic. Figure that out between the ages of 8 and 13, 14, latest. And get them what they need. Speed training, strength training. 8th grade, when you're talking about daughters, everything I'm referring to mainly soccer girls or football players. I played football in college and in high school. My daughters I have 3 daughters, and they all play club soccer in the ECNL. This is going to be short. Get them what they need. Speed training, be realistic. Strength training, be realistic. Extra technical training, get them what they need. Get them a specific coach for each one. I did. And then get them exposure. Get them to the right value. That's coming into number 2. Expose your kid. Find someone out there that's tougher than your kid. Get them on that team, or get them at least to play against them, and keep building them up. And the goal is by the time they're in 8th grade, 9th grade, you want to start shifting them to the 2 leagues that get the most kids into the college. And that's not just D1, that's D1, D2, all of college. And you want to allow your kid to have a chance. And that means you got to, college, soccer, you got to get them in the ECNL. You have to get them in the ECNL. You got to get them in the Girl Academy if you can't get them into an ECNL. It's right around 140 to 150 teams in the ECNL, about 100 to 110 teams in the GA. It fluctuates every year, but you have to get them. You have to get them into the position where they can be successful, and where the college coaches are going to come out. And then you don't have to do anything, but then get them into the most challenging situation that you can get your kids into. And get them to be able to fight themselves up to the top in there, or however top that may be, whether it could be a regional team, can be, not on a team, onto the team, and those have a chance. You go to showcases in the ECNL and Girls Academy, where there's colleges are coming to those teams practices, all different levels. If you got enough talent, you can be seen. Be realistic with your girls. Goal is to play, in the pathway to be able to play and contribute on whatever role they find that in. And the greater education. And so how we're looking at it is, number 1, get your kid what they need to be successful. Number 2, challenge them to be successful and create good positive habits. Number 3, get them trained. Physically, mentally, understanding soccer itself, everything. 4, grades. Make sure your kids' grades are solid, like solid as they can be, as possible. And then there's the business side. The whole business side, those 4 things can't be a question. We're talking about girls soccer, or you're talking about football, unless you just, top 10 player in the nation. But everybody else, those 4 things has to be solid. Get your kids what they need to be successful. Challenge them into the right league that's good for them to be able to be successful. Get your kids trained physically, mentally, strong, right environment, right setting, and then make sure their grades are good. And then from there, it's the business side. Now the business side is just cut and dry. Need a business side focus is, and that first is NCAA ID number. get your film. You're looking at get film organized, meaning start organizing it. Games, playlists, YouTube, putting it on social media just so anyone can see it. Help prep their emails, meaning they need first a business email with their name, so when they emails them, they know exactly who it is and where it's coming from, directly focused on just sports. Help them prep the emails to get ready to send them out about showcases, games, tournaments, events, ID events. But it's just that soccer has to be about 20%. If they know that from film, if your kid's good enough to play at their school, they're going to recruit them, or at least try to stay in contact with them. Everything else has to be on point. Your communication skills, how you interact with those coaches, feedback, emailing them back. Email every single coach. A coach in a D3 school this year can be from 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade to a head coach at some point, or on a big staff. So you just gotta keep everything grounded into you have options. And then I think you gotta first start off mostly with 60 to 100. The 60 to 100 rule is really serious, and it has to be every single school that fits the criteria of the things that only is focused on education. Soccer is based on someone else's evaluation. The education is based on your expectations you have for yourself and for your kid. And now the kid, on the parent side, follows the kid. They have to be motivated. If they're lazy and they don't want to do anything, they're not going to do it, and it's going to show. Your kid has to be sharp and on point and set what the rules are, how they want to do it. You know, a kid that is born in, say August, September, October, might not be as ready for everything than a kid that was born in, say, December or January, and in the same environment. And so, you got to help those kids get a little bit more mature in how they get ready for an actual business interview.